The first light of dawn stretches over the desert, painting the sky in soft hues of orange and gold. A hush lingers in the air, broken only by the distant cry of a rooster. The village, nestled between rolling dunes, remains in slumber, unaware of the quiet movements beginning within the small clay houses. Inside one of these homes, a woman stirs. Her hands, rough from years of labor, push aside a thin cotton sheet. Without hesitation, she rises. The desert does not wait, and neither does she. Wrapping her dupatta over her head, she steps outside. The morning air carries the scent of sand and dry earth, untouched by the sun's heat. She walks toward the well, her bare feet pressing into the cool sand. The wooden pulley creaks as she hauls the heavy bucket upward. Water glistens inside, reflecting the soft glow of dawn. She dips her hands in, letting the coolness settle against her skin before filling a clay pot. The journey back is careful, each step measured to avoid spilling a single drop. Inside, she kneels before the chulha, stacking dried twigs and striking flint against stone. Sparks fly, and within moments, a small flame flickers to life. Smoke curls upward as the fire takes hold. She moves with practiced ease, adding flour to a brass bowl, kneading it into soft dough. The rhythmic press of her fingers shapes each piece, flattening it before placing it onto the hot tawa. The scent of fresh roti fills the air, warm and familiar. A child stirs in the next room, his sleepy voice muffled. She does not turn, but she listens. The day has begun, and soon the village will awaken. Footsteps shuffle outside, the first signs of life stirring beyond her walls. Women carrying earthen pots move toward the well, their voices hushed yet rhythmic, blending with the faint rustling of desert winds. She lifts the pot of water, pouring it into a small metal cup. Steam rises as she mixes it with tea leaves and milk. The bubbling sound is comforting, a ritual repeated every morning. She pours the tea carefully, setting aside a cup for her husband, another for her father-in-law. The rest will wait until the household fully stirs. The village, once quiet, begins to breathe. The distant sound of goats bleating, the rustle of fabric as women sweep courtyards, the muted clang of metal as men prepare tools for the day. She glances toward the horizon, where the desert stretches endlessly. The rising sun bathes everything in gold, casting long shadows across the sand. She watches for a moment before turning back inside. There is still much to be done. The afternoon sun hangs heavy in the sky, pressing down on the village with an unrelenting heat. The air is thick and still, carrying the scent of sun-baked earth. Inside, she moves with measured steps, her work steady but unhurried. The chores are complete, at least for now. A rare moment of stillness lingers, fleeting yet undeniable. She steps outside, the warmth immediately wrapping around her. The village hums with muted sounds, women talking in low voices, the occasional clang of metal, the distant bleating of goats. She walks past it all, her path familiar yet unspoken. The sand is hot beneath her feet, but she does not falter. Beyond the village, the desert stretches in every direction, vast and endless. The dunes shift slightly under the wind's gentle touch, their curves smooth and untouched. She moves toward the oasis, a place hidden from the well-trodden paths. The water is still, reflecting the sky's deep blue. A single tree stands beside it, its roots reaching deep beneath the surface. She kneels by the edge, dipping her hands into the cool water, watching the ripples spread outward. The relief is immediate, soothing in a way that nothing else is. For a moment, she closes her eyes. The weight of the day, the routine, the quiet expectations, they fade. In this place, time does not press against her. The wind carries nothing but the sound of rustling leaves and distant whispers of the desert. A bird flutters nearby, dipping its beak into the water before taking flight. She watches as it disappears into the open sky, free in a way she cannot be. A thought lingers, unspoken yet persistent. What lies beyond the dunes? What exists in the world beyond the horizon, she has always known. But the moment passes. The sound of approaching footsteps reaches her ears, and she knows it is time to return. She stands, shaking the water from her hands, letting the last traces of escape slip away. The village comes into view once more, its walls sturdy, its paths well-worn. Nothing has changed, yet something within her feels different. She moves through the narrow alleys, past doorways draped with fabric, past women grinding spices and men repairing tools. She belongs here. And yet, a part of her lingers in that quiet oasis, where the water reflects the sky and the wind carries the scent of the unknown. She steps inside her home, the familiar scent of warm clay and burning wood greeting her. The moment is gone, but its presence lingers, a quiet whisper beneath the noise of the day. She does not speak of it, does not dwell on it, but she knows. And that is enough.